Okay, guys, good afternoon. This is the conference about money and society. I introduce my classmates, Alejandro, Gustavo, and Daniel William, and me, Jesus Eduardo Carrillo. Okay, let's start. Okay, about the money and society in this time, in periods of crisis or economic difficulties, social difference tend to be clearly and frequently accentuated, especially with regard to the economic decisions that must be made and which fail to satisfy either party. Throughout the story, money has had many different meanings, which have adapted to our new times for being simply a medium of change and a measure of trade. There's an exchange, dollars, pesos, and euros, yeah, gems, and whatever money exchange. He has become a central value on our scale or values, yeah, in which the possession or not of money, yeah, because it's the largest and most important personal aspiration, yeah. For example, for a salary, yeah, for example, a salary in pesos in Colombia, 3 million pesos or 4 million pesos. Everybody wants to win this salary, this kind of salary, yeah, or this scale of salary, yeah, in that country, in determine a work or determine a job, yeah, or just trade, yeah, just interchange trade, products and issues, whatever, yeah. Today, money is associated with a consumption. Yeah, you buy shares, well, clothes and shoes and cars, or you buy a tickets for trip. Yeah, we individuals, when perhaps other values must be transmitted in today societies, such solidarity, well-being, education, yeah, peace, or develop, yeah. Um, the central topic, money and society, it's just a culture of the society. It's logical. It's logical. This a money of society and just determine a situation in the social, in the middle social, in social media. Sorry, social media or the trade or the trend, yeah, the fashion or whatever situation, yeah, that represent in that world. The culture of money, like all cultures, is a product of the human being. Yeah, is the money it means. Yeah, it's a social and subjective creation, not reflection. Yeah, or could be reflection. Yeah, could be reflection. Yeah, for example, I recommend you save money, and you put in the bank, or you put in the and a bottle and or whatever object. Yeah, to the cultural creation of money has a fundamental purposes, and it's to keep society controlled and cohesive, while many people and entities obtain great benefits from it. Yeah. Mm, the material element through which the sculpture of money is create its money itself, a value that allows the exchange of products. This exchange is immense. Yeah. In a market developed as the current one, the type of products that have been acquired through consumption is profoundly varied. They can be consumed from basic products such as food to the sensations. Yeah, I like the food. Yeah, and you buy food, typical food in Colombia could be bandeja paisa, could be picada, or could be whatever delicious food. Yeah, acquire certain product for money without making an ethical and moral assessment of the ad. I talk about the save money, yeah, the culture, the save money culture, yeah, consider an ethical or moral assessment, yeah. Many people look the behavior that you spend money, yeah, in different situations, yeah. Okay, it's important. Buy food, buy groceries in the pandemic quarantine age. Huh? And buy, for example, buy a car or buy junk food, yeah. And people look this, yeah. This kind of connotation dissipate with other types of consumption are referred to as a health consumption, yeah, or with buying medicines, for example, yeah. Today, almost the service and products I acquired through the money less, yeah. Those free service that come from volunteering and charitable actions, yeah. This, yeah, I donate much money, certain. Well, this, yeah, people look back and oh wow, that's great, yeah. Which in no case are the engine of the economy. But the important thing about money is not the money itself, but it's culture. The the way of spend money in this situation, yeah. But it was what is culture. Well, it's obvious that our money culture is a continuous heritage of the or and of the war money culture, yeah, which is marked by external motivations. It is also the result of economic, yeah, coal capitalism and free market. Yeah, this capitalism is based on purchasing supplies of products that not only satisfy an internal desire but also have an outward direction. Yeah, it is a culture of money direct towards strip. Yeah, to acquire a car. That's a luxury on the upside to a car that is luxurious on the inside. Yeah, it's prefer have a miniature size mobile phone, even if a larger one meets our demands. Yeah, our economy and sorry, our economic activity is directed abroad. Yeah, and this way we indicate social class. Yeah, which belong to which believe we belong. Yeah, it is true that there are other elements of social classification, social culture, of knowledge. But today, most important primary classification, the element is the economy. In that case, mm, that's this is the culture money. The culture money, the effects of today money culture is the anxiety. There are people illness of money, yeah, illness of buying compulsive buyers, yeah, compulsive eaters, yeah, yeah, you let the expression, yeah, you can let the expression, yeah, buy more products or without having a real reason, yeah. uh, the creators of this behavior are companies and large multinationals whose purpose is to create and incentivize large consumption and increase their profits. Yeah, that's an abuse for the companies. That's open wide abuse to the companies. Yeah, they play a game with the anxiety of the people. Yeah, include an illness, a disease. Yeah, uh, a situation, a psychological situation in this part. Yeah. Well, it's a situation. It's a typical situation or that happened in that case. Okay. Well, the last situation or um, the last situation that I share is the greatest danger occurring of culture of money is that the individual space for tasteless, our critical way of seeing reality of supplanted by interests of capitalism. For example, consumptions. Talk about another this topic. Consumption generates many benefits and interests, so that culture is not strongly control of our critical senses is minimized. Other simple example will clarify this point. If a person has a taste of its own, for example, consuming a food or a certain flavor, strawberry, or after a while, the companies of this food make a great publicity of a different flavor. That person will have all criteria where you can choose between in your personal taste, for example, strawberry, grapes, and other taste, other flavor, yeah, and in plant taste, menta or whatever. So far, no problem. Uh, Appears the problem arise when the pressure is so great that person cannot distinguish what is the personal taste, what is the imposed taste. Yeah, many companies impose, for example, the beautiful shoes or sneakers or clothes and impose, and you can buy, and you must buy this product. Yeah, that is the individual and social will be annual is as it states and its terms will respond only the economic intentions of capitalists. Yeah, this is the intention of the companies or the multinationals in this situation. Yeah, this is the money is have good intentions as worse and bad and evil intentions. Yeah, hidden in this behavior or in this war or in this company or in this multinational. Yeah, the business is that's bipolar. Yeah, or have two faces. Yeah, other is good but the other side is bad. Yeah. um, um, the good culture in that case for the money is save and do a budget. Yeah. Do a budget and you can spend and you cannot spend uh, for a month by month per month. Yeah. Yeah, the money is the primary means of payment or economies. and financial decisions are made based on our business benefits. Yeah, and it calls budget. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. Um, okay. Other presentation or other introduce about this money and society. Okay. Okay, guys. What's next? Who's next?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, partners, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I think that uh, if we want to speak about the influence or the importance of money on society, inevitable to speak about the Great Depression occurred in the United States from 1929 to 1959. They were considered the worst downturn in the history of the industrialized world. The Great Depression occurred when the stock market crashed and millions of people went bankrupt. Many of them, um, many of them couldn't overcome the situation, and that this is what happens to the people who make side a sample of the importance of even over human life. Money is considered by many people really necessary, and it is true. If you want to buy anything, you have to pay money. Even if you want to enter heaven, money. You have to pay your tithe if you want to the face. That's what the priest used to say every time you go to the church every Sunday. Now, money has of our lives. Money, that's what I think. Have you ever wondered what would happen if money didn't exist? If that didn't exist, you could dream of living peacefully, because money can help our quality of life, such as friendship, life, feelings, and emotions. Money cannot buy nothing of that, anything of that. All people in the world work to make money, and this money is spent paying the bills, buying food, buying clothing, paying the school, and at the end, it's just money what are you using for living. But little by little, money has been taking control over our humanity. So the current society has become a materialist society. a society where money is more important than life. We are slaves to the money just to make ends meet. That's what many people don't understand. People kill each other for money, but they are not able to understand that in the end of this life, death led us not to take money with us. So I think that for some people, money is a blessing because money gives them the opportunity of enjoying many things that poor people are not able to get. But for other people, money is a kind of cure. And I say that it is a kind of cure because, for example, in our country, in Colombia, having money is good in part in terms of survival, given luxuries, having a good moment, but you are in constant dangers because you can be victim of kidnapping or blackmailing just because you have money. I think that our society is stuck to the money just to maintain a kind of power, and power is transmitted from generation to generation. The power to control the other people's life. So I think when many people say that they can live without money, that's impossible. That's impossible. You can experiment that situation when you go out and see homeless people sleeping on the streets. They are not living because their life has no sense. They are asking for money, asking for a coin, just to buy a coffee, just to buy a piece of bread. So want it or not, people depend on money. The point is that money is not being used in an adequate way. In our society, money is raining. It is raining because people want it that way. Money reigns for convenience. Little by little, money has taken all our emotions away. But what happened when you suddenly discover that you have been working hard all your life to make money, but all that money that you have earned throughout your life has been introduced in sacrificing time with your family. That's more important than having money. But unfortunately, money was created for people who thought that they were more important than other people. That kind of people were responsible for the creation of status. status to classify people and to make a gap between poor people and rich people. When I think about the power of money, I think about the power of intelligence. Our society has forgotten intelligence, values, because people want to get all things in the easiest way. You have to pay whatever. One of the advantages of having money is that you can get whatever you want. But if you ask somebody who has a lot of money if they are happy, obviously they will say, yeah, I'm happy. But they are not, because money can buy just a moment of joy, but not happiness. That's what we have to take into account. Happiness doesn't depend on money. Happiness depends on every one of us. So I'm really convinced that the importance of money is not so high as people think. And finally, to finish my intervention, I want to invite you to reflect about the idea of imagining a world where money doesn't exist. Do you think that people could be happier without money? That's the reflection that I have for you this time. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Diner. Okay. Okay, who's the next?
Okay, I would like to continue if you allow me. Okay, good afternoon again, classmates. My name is Gustavo Stefan Diaz. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, Gustavo.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, for starting, I relate a huge relationship between money and society. Yes, it's a huge relationship, and I focus on my lecture on a single research question: why people consider money as the most important thing in life. Yes. So I think the answer is very simple, and also I think that my classmates did an idea why the money is the most important thing in life for so much people. The money, it is well known, and it not only contributes for the social development, it also contributes to its lethargy. People cannot see that very well. I'm going to explain this. Talking about the social development, you know that the economy is the cornerstone of the society system. Yes, all the society depends on money. Without money, the society falls down. The money became investments. Those investments became infrastructure and workforce for education or health or business, etc. And in that case, the project becomes reality. Yes. So that's what always talk us about money, right? But I think this is not everything. It doesn't. It ends here. Excuse me. This current world is a competence. Since our birth, we are competing with each other to get to success or to gain something at the end of the path. Yes. This is a fireproof, I think. Being dependent of money, people who are dependent some things brings wealth or take it wealth. But also the money can impoverish. Yes, not only you can amount money, you can lose money and you can lose your quality of life. Yes. Those people who cannot take advantage of money depends always of people who take advantage. People who became rich are who take the decision in this society, in this social system. Yes, you never saw a king who was poor. Yes. Now I'm going to talk about the lethargy. Why the lethargy happens, or why the money is one cause of the lethargy of society. I think because is money is not only for projects, yes, it is also for necessities. People needs to eat, they need to buy food, they need to buy clothes, they need to buy drinks, etc. A place where they can live. In that case, that creates the trade, yes? People are trading, there are offer and demand, and the demand are the trades depend of demand. Yes, we can see in the current pandemic situation because the coronavirus that the trade is stopping. Yes, and some business are falling because if there are no demands, the offer will lose. Yes, and if the money stops, all the society do the same. We can see it very well in this situation. Is I think the best example of this idea. So the social system cannot subsist without money. Yes. Starting to answer in the research question I did at the beginning, I'm going to point the how was the life before the existence of money. Yes. We also know that in ancient cultures, the barter was one a medium of exchange. Yes, that was the money of the previous cultures. One thing could be exchangeable for one. One people needs that thing, and other people doesn't need that thing. So they exchange. Sometimes they exchange food, they exchange weapons, they exchange wood, etc. Things that they need. One example is in ancient Chinese when the tools and weapons were traded, exchangeable for food, for safe war materials. They exchanged tools that they found in battlelands, is I think, like swords, arcs, etc. And they changed that for food because Chinese imperium or the government need to save those war materials. Yes. However, they needed one way to measure that value, to give measure value of the things that they exchange, and that's when the money was introduced for social system. Just for give one value for things that they exchange, for the goods or services that they needed or wanted. So I think since its insertion, money became very important in different fields. It became the cornerstone of education, business, also the quality of life. And I'm going to point these three fields. Yes, for example, in education, for access to a higher quality of education, to access a higher college or schools, or yes, formal education, even informal, like scribing on courses of, for example, foreign languages, piano, sports, music, art, etc. Yes, so people who have money are the people who have those opportunities in life. Yes, they are the people who can take higher quality of education, and it's, but there exists a public institutions, public schools, but you can see that the elite are sometimes expensive. Yes, you can see so much of colleges at a global world, a global, excuse me, global level that are very expensive, and they sometimes have scholarships for some people, but it also benefits a few people. There are a lot of people who enter with money, yes. So talking about business, well, business is the main example of the economy, yes. Business cannot subsist without money because business birth because of money, yes. So in business, people can amount a lot of money. That is the example of how money brings wealth, but also impoverish people. Because if you're competing, the competence not always are going to play clean, to play very well. So this is the avarice or the greed of people. Yes, in that case, you can win. You can take advantage of your opponents and win amounts of people of money. Excuse me. And also you can lose that advantage. You can lose everything. You can lose your social status. You can lose respect of your family. Sometimes the respect of your friends. Yes, in several cases. So money, I think money can wealth, but also can impoverish. Yes. Finally, we have the quality of living. I think it also depends strongly on money. Yes, it is the rare example for the consumerism. People want to buy everything that they want. Yes, it not only money is not only for life necessities like food, clothes, drinks, but also people wants to buy a huge house or apartment, want to fill their houses or their spaces with several things, excuse me, a lot of things, like a new television, like a piano, like, yes, things like that. So consumerism is the best example for the quality of life, how money influences the quality of life. Yes. Okay. Um, that quality of life depends of wakes. The wakes are things that divide the society in classes, social classes. The social classes make two sides in our society. The people who think that money is the most important thing of life, to have power, yes, to make the decisions, to be rich, and the people who think that money is the most important thing in life because they survive because money, yes, because they need money to eat, they need money to let their sons to the schools, yes, they need money for everything to can live. So I think there are two kinds of people who watch money as the most important thing in life. Yes, the first one are people who takes or wants to take decisions in the social system. They look the social system, the status, the classes as the most important, as the way to happiness that they want to reach. Yes. So this kind of people wants to maintain the power, taking this excuse me, amounting a lot of money, something sometimes stealing, sometimes playing rude, really. So those people become egocentrists. Yes, the egocentrists and the avarice became that people powerful. Yes. Then we have the second kind of people, the people who use the money to survive. Yes. This kind of people also consider that the money as the most important thing, but not to have power. Sometimes they are not egocentric, they are not avarice, but they are guided by the same idea of money, of gaining money, as the previous kind of people. Yes, they just work, as classmate Zainor said, they just work for gaining money. They sacrifice hours of their lives. They sacrifice important moments, but they only focuses on gaining money. Yes, they lost living the life. They spent their lives. They became all just following the money because they think that if they lose their work, if they lose money, they could not be survived. Yes, they could be lose their house, they could be lose everything. And the sad part is that they are right. If you don't have money, you cannot survive in this system. Yes. So, in my opinion, there are a lot of things that matter more than money. Yes, money was invented to measure, as I said before, to measure the required goods and services, and it could be just a piece of paper or a piece of metal. Yes, the society and the people are who gives its value. So the situations like again the current pandemic situation, let us see things that have real value in our lives. We can see in the mediums that there are a lot of people making activities, sharing with their friends, sharing with their friends in online environments, sharing with their families most of all, and sharing with their sons, their sisters, yes. So that consider, excuse me, and the fall of the petroleum give us a real value that has the food, the water, yes, the life, excuse me, the life necessities, the life human necessities are the most important thing to maintain this economic system. Yes, but however, both types of people consider the money as the most important thing in life because the social system became the money as the most important thing. Yes, since we birth as when we was kids, the money always was the most important. Yes, our parents, our grandparents, or our uncles, etc. They always learned us that we must to follow the money, that we must to compete with other ones. Sometimes we must to compete with our brothers or sisters, our cousins or friends. Yes, to have success in life. Yes. So I think there are more things more important like the love. Um, I think that's the real way to happiness. And I reflect a lot of, as Diner said, I guess I can that we can subsist, the life can exist without money. We can be more happy without money, but not in this social system. The social system depends on money. This social system, the money is the heart of this economic system. Yes, we must change as humans. We must to erase the greed or the avarice from our system for our lives, for our souls, to erase the money as the most important thing in life. Yes. So answering the question that I did at the beginning, highlighting the main point of speech of my speech, the money is just a material thing that has not a real or natural significance for life substance. Yes, the air, the water, the food, the clothes are things that we really need. But sometimes to get those things, the social systems became the money, the door. Yes, we must to enter in that door. We need always money to get those things. Yes. It was created to measure the exchange of goods and services, but people consider the money as the most important thing in life because it is the lifeblood of society, and the society is the only thing that we know. Yes, we cannot. It's difficult to imagine living in another way that we know since our birth, since when we were kids. Yes, It's very difficult. But I think that there are a lot of people who can see things behind the money. Yes, they can see that money is just a piece of paper with, excuse me, an imaginary value. Yes, it's not a real or natural value for our lives. There are a lot of things that can bring us happiness and calm. Yes. I think that if more people could watch the real and natural value of things, the real value of happiness, if they spend their energy or knowledge not only to being wealth, to amount a lot of money, it won't have so much power, just because we are who give the power to the money. Yes, the money don't give power to us, we give the power to the money. And in this way the society will be less retarded. Yes, we could focus more in advance as brothers and sisters, as humans, and not individually to reach one egocentric goal. Yes, so I consider that the money as the most important thing in society, but not the most important thing in life. Yes, it's just for the social system, but not for the existence of life or happiness or love. Yes. Okay, that was all for my speech. That was all for my topic. Thank you so much for your attention, dear classmates. Let's continue. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Gustavo. Okay, Alejandro. Alejandro, is anybody there? Alejandro, it's your turn. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes. And turn on your camera, please, Alejandro. Okay.
Good evening. Well, good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Let's go.
Good evening, Alejandro. Go ahead.
Well, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Well, thanks for your speech. It's interesting interview, and so I will do a little intervention, like a conclusion for this lecture, money and necessary. Well, the last decade, the necessary has had the capitalism as a principal source of incomes and political organization. Therefore, the money has been the symbol to represent the power and privilege. So the society has revolved around consumers and poverty. Living provides only a few people. However, at present, the society has achieved great technological development, and the people are more aware of the social responsibility and contribution to future generation. But the money is still in the middle. So I think through technological advance, the future generation will change this situation, this bad relation between money and necessary, and the equal and well-being for all will become a reality. So, in my life, I learned that the money don't enough, because in whatever time you can give more, but in whatever time you can lose all. So the money is only represent with symbol to change different service in our society, but at the time we are become to more to symbol to represent the dignity, represent like Taraka Borges said in a video, power and privilege, that we can become too dangerous, that the diner says, then it's dangerous for our society, uh, because it's a privilege over other people. So they can the privilege over so over there. And in this situation, when we are apart without see our family by coronavirus, I think the necessary awareness that money not enough. There are more different occasion to spend our time. This this occasion give let reflect about role in our society and what is the work we can give our future generation. So this is an interesting topic, and there are more to talk about it, but this is I think about it, money and society. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Um, Thank you so much for your intervention. Uh, it's clearly that your point of view, yeah, about topics. Okay. I hope so that collaborative work will be or will be great or will be better. Yeah. And see you next and see you next work. Yeah. Yeah. Next assessment. Yeah. And the last word. Okay. Okay, guys. No more. Bye and see you later or see you soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for.
Okay, Gustavo Pierce, thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you later.
Okay, goodbye. See you. Take care.
See you.